so he went to the doctor. And what happens in our country now with the doctor specifically is they would prescribe medication for depression and sleeping pills. A combination of that is what is given to kids. So kids or people who go to him have said that they felt lethargic, but then his encouragement is that keep at it, keep this medical course of pills, and you will eventually become normal. My name is Dimithri Wijesinghe. I'm from Sri Lanka. I work for a collective of organizations actually. The collective is called Bridge to Equality. We have 3 organizations coming together: NTN, National Transgender Network, DAST, and YOH. So these are LGBT specific organizations who have come together to provide legal support. I'm the local legal advisor. I'm a lawyer and legal advice. Legal assistance is what we do. Primarily, we engage with our local Human Rights Commission. So in that case, we seek out cases of fundamental rights violations, which also includes these cases of conversion therapy or attempts at conversion therapy in Sri Lanka, specifically for the LGBT communities. There have been examples of where, like, it's primarily in Sri Lanka, it's parents trying to convert their children, and actually we have LGBT community members themselves who feel that they need to, it's a lack of awareness, but they do feel that they need to go in on their own. And so in instances like that, we have reached out to the people doing the therapy, like the conversion therapy, or even the parents to not do it, or to maybe encourage these people, the people who are subject to the conversion therapy, to submit a case to the Human Rights Commission or something like that. Even though actually our College of Psychiatrists has actually recently issued a statement saying that it is not a mental disorder, and they've accepted that. Widely, it is not known that is the case. So many parents, out of concern, they feel that their child needs to be subject to this so that they can lead a normal life. That is kind of like the broad understanding. So as a result of that, there's a lot of I wouldn't say institutions, but places where you can go to subject your child or even yourself to a conversion where you can, where they feel they want to be normal as opposed to LGBT. We have some examples that I can tell you. Famously, we have this doctor, is actually a psychiatrist. I can actually tell his name because he's publicly available. His name is Ruby Rubin, and he's a psychiatrist, he's a doctor, MD. He, in mainstream media, advertises for conversion therapy, and people do go to him. So there, I can tell you a specific example of a person that we know well, we worked with, who he submitted himself because he felt that he needs to be normal. So he went to the doctor, and what happens in our country now with the doctor specifically is they would prescribe medication for depression and sleeping pills. A combination of that is what is given to kids. So kids or people who go to him have said that they felt lethargic, but then his encouragement is that keep at it, keep this medical course of pills, and you will eventually become normal. So for this specific person, he was told to think of women and masturbate, or don't try these experiments. Don't masturbate for a while, and then watching porn, like straight porn, like heterosexual porn, and that will help you. So these are the types of psychiatric medical advice that this doctor gives. So that is one example. I can tell you another one. We say polmala kiela. There's a thing that we say. It's like a plant, but it's like in shaman type of thing. We say a kapua, a person called kapua. It's a religious person. This specific example is a trans woman, but the parents were insistent that this is not a trans person, you're a boy, you shouldn't dress this way. So the girl she had grown her hair to express herself, but the kapua, let's say kapua, that's what we call him. So the kapua would take this person on into the middle of the forest and would shave the entire the long hair, shaved it completely, and beat her with this polmala until it breaks. So it was a very aggressive procedure. So she was absolutely traumatized after this, was wounded. So this was kind of a popular example that we all know. This was a form of therapy. So while chanting, they would do this until it gets hammered into your head that you are normal. I think it's absolutely important to talk about it, mostly because we do have a lack of awareness is our main thing in our country. So I think if we can talk about it, that's fantastic, just to educate people. Legally speaking, what I can say is in Sri Lanka, we have a lack of laws that don't address this at all. So there is no law that endorses it, but I think a protection bill would be the best thing, just because we don't have anything that endorses it. We still have our 365A and 365, which is our colonial bill for criminalising homosexuality, very much active still. Because of that, the mindset still remains. So protection is important. I think legally a protection bill would be the best step. But of course, there are many other things that we can do, but it is important, I think, legally to protect.